Lesson 5 from Harper's Introductory Hebrew Method. Vayikra, Vayikra, and he called. Vayikra. On the va with the dagesh forte, we've spoken about this before. It's Vayikra. So this vai is what we're calling in this textbook a sharpened syllable, and it's closed. Vai. So it's got a short vowel because it's unaccented, closed. Vai. If it was open, it would have a long vowel. K. K is a new consonant. It's pronounced somewhat like k, but further back in the throat. So k, 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 k. If you make a kiss sound, but towards the softer part at the back of your throat. K, k, k. The shava under the k here is silent because it's ending the syllable. Vai, yik, ra. Yikra, he will call. Yikra. Kara, he called. Kara. Very similar to bara, he created. Bara. Kara, he called. Laor, to the light. Laor. Le is a preposition. It comes in front of the noun, and it's the preposition to with the a vowel, which is the vowel of the article of ha. So to the. Le a la. So we don't say le ha, but la or. Or, and it's or. Light in Hebrew is or. The light is ha-or. Ha-or. And to the light would be le-ha-or. But the article h disappears, and we end up with la-or. La-or. The hey of the article being dropped out. Laor. Yom, day. Yom. So, in terms of where it comes from, I'm not going to go into this in detail, but it's just Yom, day. La is the first syllable. La ho shech. The accent is on ho, so shech is closed, unaccented, and so this vowel is short. Shech. And la ho shech. And to the darkness. So la ho shech. 4 words here. The meaning and, le meaning to, ha meaning the, and hoshech meaning darkness, and to the darkness. The hey of the article is elided. That means it slips away, and its vowel a is given to le. And so it becomes la and not le. The first syllable, the la, is unaccented. It is open. But note that our rule is that unaccented open syllables should have a long vowel. This has got a short vowel. However, if we understand that there is a dagesh forte in the sh, even though it's not actually there, it's invisible, because it can't receive it, it's a guttural, then it's technically a closed syllable. It's not velach. You can't do that. You see, you can't double the sh sound. This doesn't work. Velach choshech. So vela choshech. So this is technically a closed syllable, even though it's not. And so the vowel is short. Kara, kara. He called. Kara. This is the simple stem or root of the verb. Kara. The aleph at the end of the word is always quiet. It's just giving us the value of this vowel here. This word would regularly be accented on the ultima at the end. But here it is kara because of the accented syllable la, which immediately follows. And so you can't have an accented syllable right up against another accented syllable, and so here the accent is pushed back to before. Kara laila. Laila. So kara laila. Night. Laila. Because the accent is here on the la. Laila. And this here is a new syllable. Yala. The he at the end is not a consonant, but is used to represent the presence of this vowel ah here, just as the aleph here is showing the presence of this vowel ah here. The shava here, as I just pointed out, belongs to this second syllable, and so it's an initial shava. It's beginning this section, and so it is pronounced la yala. In la yala, both of these r's are long, and we'll get into what is naturally long and what is tone long later on. But just understand here that we have a concept called tone long and naturally long. Va yehi ngereb. Va yehi ngereb. And there was evening. Va yehi ngereb. So the first syllable, va, is unaccented. It ends in a vowel, but it is not a long vowel. And so it's not technically an open syllable, but a half open syllable. Strictly speaking, there should be a dagesh forte in this yud, but there isn't. It's been lost. So it should be vay yehi, but that slipped away, and it became vay yehi ngereb. But this remains a short vowel, because once upon a time this would have been doubled, but it no longer is. The vertical line here is called a meteg, and it's a secondary accent, and it's written on the second syllable before the main accent. So here's the main accent, and then we count back 1, 2, and it's in the second syllable before the main accent. So here it's on the first syllable of the word. Va yehi ngereb. The e under the ngayin is a tone long e, not a short e. Ngereb. The unaccented closed syllable reb has a short vowel because it has no accent and it's closed. Reb, not reb. Vayehi boker. And here the same things happened. the accent is on this syllable, and so we have to count back 2, and we have the secondary accent here. We've lost our dagesh here, so va yihi boker, and there was morning. And so we have the half open syllable here, because sometime in the very, very distant past the dagesh that should have been here disappeared. The connective here, of course, makes us into one word insofar as pronunciation is concerned. Vayihi boker. We say this O is tone long. Ehad, one. Ehad. And this is a tone long ehad. These distinctions are not made so much in our Spanish and Portuguese pronunciation. The d is d, standard d. No distinction between this d and this d in the London pronunciation for Spanish and Portuguese Jews. Ehad, ehad. Here we have a selection of words that contain long vowels. Yikra, yikra. Kara, kara. Laila, laila. Laila. Bara. Let's go over these again. Yikra, yikra. Kara, kara. Laila, laila. Bara, bara. Yabdel, yabdel. Eat, eat. Yabdel, yabdel. Eat, eat. Penne, penne. Ben, ben. Tohu, tohu. Choshech, choshech. Boker, boker. Bohu, bohu. Yom, yom. Tob, tob. Or, or. Ehad, ehad. Ngereb, ngereb. The O of Vayomer, Vayomer, and of Elohim, Elohim. We still pronounce both of these O and O in the Spanish and Portuguese. We have the invisible vav here underneath them. Tone long vowels are vowels which are long because of their proximity to the tone. In other words, they would normally originally be short. They have become long because of the influence of the accent, which has moved or is in a different place. It's not on the end of the word. Naturally long vowels are vowels which are long, generally in Hebrew because of the contraction of two distinct elements, an a and a w, or an a and a u, an a and a I, or a and a y. And tone long vowels are generally indicated only by the vowel sign. Naturally long vowels are generally, but not always, indicated by a vowel sign and also by a vowel letter. So, o, e. Tone long vowels, if the tone changes, are liable to change. but naturally long vowels are unchangeable. The tone long E, which always comes from A, is worthy of note. Vocabulary. Echad, echad, one, one. Boker, boker, morning, morning. Yom, yom, day, yom. Vayikra, vayikra, and he called. Vayikra. Yashab, he sat, he dwelt, he lived in a place. Yashab. Layla, layla, night, layla. Ngereb, ngereb, evening, ngereb. Kol, voice, kol. Kara, kara, he called, kara. Note that the word for night in its standard form is layla, layla, but in the middle of a verse, it is written and pronounced layla, layla. So layla, layla. The difference here being the length of this vowel. Layla, layla. Slightly heavier sound.